Hi, my name is Jim Ivey. I'm playing Clarence Darrow at the Subversive Theater's production of Clarence Darrow. Clarence Darrow was one of the great lawyers of the late 19th century and early 20th century. He was a great defense lawyer who most of us know from the Scopes trial, which took place in 1925 as he defended John Scopes in the Great Monkey Trial, where William Jennings Bryan was the lawyer for the prosecution against Scopes, and Darrow defended John Scopes. Of course, we know these characters primarily from the play Inherit the Wind, which is also one play that was very popular with the Subversive Theater, I believe a couple of years ago. And Darrow was successful in that trial. Some of the trials that we have forgotten of Darrow's that were very prominent were his 17 years as a defense lawyer for most of the important cases in the labor movement, the early labor movement of the latter part of the 19th century. Darrow was the lawyer who is responsible for finally getting through, as law, the 8-hour day in America. Prior to this time, the railroad barons and the coal mining industry was exploiting workers for working 12-hour days without any days off at all, and paying them paltry sums. So he was a major lawyer and a major figure in the labor movement. I do not mean to suggest that the working man has always been right. I know he is sometimes wrong. I know he is often unreasonable and unjust. I know he is often cruel and sometimes corrupt. But to hang Bill Haywood or any man upon the testimony of Harry Orchard, this self-confessed perjurer who robbed miners of their ore, who shot a drunken man in a dark street, who tried to murder the governor of Colorado, a man who by his own admission blew up a railroad station, killing 30 men. This is the man upon whom you're asked to hang Bill Haywood. This play, I think, is very important to remind us not only of his Darrow's position in American society, but his speaking up for the common man. He was a very vocal proponent for social causes. So I think that the play speaks to the audience of the Subversive Theater. I like this play because the personality of Darrow and the compassion of the man was so great. He loved people and he loved life. One reason why I think that it's very important to do this play right now is that labor is under attack. The right-to-work states in America are increasing in number. This has happened recently in American life. I belong to a union that has finally got a contract after 2 years without one, the United University Professions. And so we are very fortunate that some of these early voices who defended labor and the labor cause and to defend workers' rights formed, and that we had such a loud and prominent voice as Darrow to speak for us. But gentlemen, it is not for Haywood alone that I speak. I speak for the poor, for the weak, for the weary, for that long line of men who in darkness and despair have borne the labors of the human race. Their eyes are upon you 12 men of Idaho tonight. If you kill Haywood, your act will be applauded by many. In the railroad offices of our great cities, among the spiders of Wall Street, in every bank in the world where men hate Haywood because he fights the system on which the favored live and grow rich and fat From all these you will receive blessings and unstinted praise. But if your verdict should be not guilty, there will still be those who will reverently bow their heads and thank you, 12 men, for the life and reputation you have saved. Out on our broad prairies where men toil with their hands. Out on the wide oceans where men are tossed and buffeted on the waves. Through our mills and factories and down deep under the earth, thousands of men and women and children will kneel tonight and ask their God to guide your hearts.